welcome everybody. I guess we are live. YouTube thought they'd have the wisdom to remove the Hangouts on Air button, the live stream button. So now we had to do some janky throwing stuff together through OBS. But it's
Are you
probably
sure you
better
don't
in the
want to
long run.
start the call over or something? Like,
No, man, we got to start it out by trashing on YouTube. That's okay. They always
all
do
right,
this.
fine.
I've been doing YouTube stuff for a bunch of years, and they always do this, like randomly, just take out features, or like just hey, it's going to work this way now, or like hey, all
Yeah.
your stuff's banned. So it's like, yeah, YouTube deserves a little bit of hate.
We need to move platforms, guys.
Yeah, everyone needs to move platforms all at once. That's the problem. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. We are here for the August edition of BlockchainGaming.com news. Stream's going to look a little different today, like I said, but the next time it'll be much better as a result of YouTube's fuckery. It'll be much better in the future. It will, because then we'll set it up, get it set up more properly. So yeah, we got a bunch of topics today. But before we do that, I guess let's all say hi. So I'm Doge Preacher, or Alex, and let my two co-hosts introduce themselves.
Andrew here, CoinFest guy, blockchain gaming guy.
Isaac here. Just a guy. I don't know.
He's our web dev.
Yeah.
He's been with us for a while. Helps us around with our mini projects.
I'm going to start doing you guys' intros for you. I'm going to hype you up better.
Yeah. I think that's good.
I don't like talking about myself.
I know, it's always so weird. It is. Yeah, that's anyways though, let's what do you got on list first on the list, Andrew?
Our meetup. So our last meetup featured Scott Dudley. He's making a game called Orbiter 8, which was cool. It's on Ethereum. It's supposed to be a relatively decentralized game, so they're trying to do as much of their game as possible on-chain, which is always tricky, but fun to watch. And so it's kind of turn-based, because that's where decentralized gaming has traditionally been, but hopefully that improves in the future. There's like some exciting developments there as well, with game channels we're going to talk about, people have been working on. Our next meetup features Tap Project. They are local to the Vancouver area. They have a platform for allowing you to keep track of your winnings and move them from game to game and monetize your play. Similar stuff a lot of platforms are working on. But they're in the area, so they're going to come visit our hack space on September 6th and show off some of what they've been doing.
Yeah, it looks like they got a live game on Google Play right now. That's way more than most people can ever say, actually. Go them.
Oh, can you show it to us? Do we have it? Like,
Yeah. You guys see, they can't see what I'm seeing today, like I said. Yeah.
oh, right.
Yeah, you guys can't see what I'm seeing. So basically, whatever we're talking about, I'm looking at I got the background going. Most of the screen that people are seeing is going to be my browser window for the whole time. So they apparently got a game called Stunt Runner, which is like, I guess in partnership with them. That's already on Google Play, and then you can convert your in-game currency to tap coins and get paid to play, and transfer your tap coins to the next game. So this is like, I guess one of their, it looks like their thing is a currency that can go between games. So like earning currency in mobile games is annoying because it's also limited, right? And you're always like time locked and stuff, and then you end up banking a bunch of silly coins in some game, then you stop playing. So this kind of gives you the transferability we always talk about with items, but towards currency. And the way it works is it links to your ETH wallet through a smart contract, and then interesting.
Yep, should be exciting. And always remember, if you guys have a blockchain gaming project, you're free to visit Vancouver, and we'll have a meetup for you too. Next on the list, and this is pretty cool, we are now starting to get more into featuring games and projects on our website. So Isaac is going to be working on some pages to really show off some platforms and projects in detail. And the first one we're doing is XAYA. You can see we already have them listed on our homepage now as a featured project. And so XAYA, Isaac and I used to work around the Hunter Coin scene a lot years ago. We kind of got sidetracked. We split off to do ESL Coin and focus on CoinFest and other things for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I always liked Hunter Coin, and I couldn't stop talking about Hunter Coin, basically, because it was such a good example to use. Like if someone was asking me how blockchain gaming works or what the possibilities ultimately are for it, it has such explanatory potential, you know? So I was really happy when they reached out to get help with their XAYA platform, you know, and like now I've been tinkering with the demo. He sent me some Kai. I think that's how you say that. I've forgotten. You know, I've had to get re-immersed in what they're doing. It's advanced a lot since the Hunter Coin days. But
I think that coin is called Chimera. Is it? Kai.
I don't know. I think they just call it Kai. I think there's no Chimera.
Kai.
I'm not sure though. I think it's just Kai.
Okay.
And I've been tinkering with the Turian game as well. So, you know, in this game, Turian is basically trying to be a fully decentralized MMORPG.
Yeah, an MMO blockchain with some, looks like, yeah, I got the screen up here, and looks like they got a tournament coming up.
Yeah, I put that on the news list. They are doing a competition, and actually you can refer friends to it, and if your friend wins, you get your referral that way. Like, so you just try to get as many people referred to the competition as you can, or participate yourself. I'm starting to tinker with the demo, but still getting used to it, to be honest. Probably because I don't have a middle mouse button on my laptop.
It's rough.
And that limits me. That's kind of my fault for not having a middle
Bind
mouse.
it somewhere. Just bind it to like, just bind it to like a useless F key.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to tinker with the controls a bit to make it work at home. But I like the potential it has a lot. And one thing they've also done recently that really demonstrates the potential, in my opinion, is XAYA ships. I don't know if you have a screen for that anywhere
Yeah, man,
pulled up.
I'm pulling these up as you say them. It's smooth.
All right, cool. Well, XAYA ships is basically kind of like battleships, but intending to demonstrate the use of their gaming technology. And one pain point in decentralized gaming, as I mentioned, like Scott Dudley with Orbiter 8 is still keeping the game relatively turn-based. Why? Block times. And that prevents a lot of types of gameplay that obviously people want to be involved in. Like EVE Online doesn't have block times, and in my opinion that's still the standard of what a decentralized MMO is trying to replicate on the blockchain. But they, with game channels, they have a thing. It's kind of like, so you should think Lightning Network. The idea here is to have players interact with each other directly and settle the finality of their interactions upon the conclusion of a match, or, you know, in this case, XAYA ships.
Oh, it's battleships. I see. I got the article up. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, in this case, it's battleship. So ultimately the winner of the match, I suppose, that like you could conduct the whole match between the two of you and publish the winner settled on the blockchain, stuff like that. If we want to,
Yeah, you'd only need the initiating state of the we're going to play a game. Here's our stake, and then you just take your turns moving, and then at the end you just publish the final game state of the victor.
yeah. And to the extent, I mean, this technology is still so experimental, I think. I mean, even Lightning Network for payments still feels experimental. And then, so
Lightning's dope, man. Lightning goes so fast.
Yeah, but it's going. I mean, it's going to happen, in my opinion. And it has a lot of potential that a lot of pure NFT platforms aren't really capturing. But yeah, I need to tinker with the demo some more. I'm going to do that this weekend.
I feel like the NFT platforms were like really jumping the gun on trying to get like the next thing out, you know, like, oh, what's the craze? And it's like NFTs by themselves, or like I always bring this up, but NFTs by themselves like don't really make a blockchain game. They like add an aspect of blockchain to standardized games, but like something like this, like XAYA ships or XAYA in general, where it's like no, we're settling on chain. You know, the moves are turn based because it's a blockchain. Like they're designing.
It feels more real, you know.
Yeah, they're designing around blockchain principles.
Yeah, exactly. Super cool.
Yeah, well, I think you're right that a lot of platforms were trying to get first out the door and pick the low-hanging fruit, so to speak.
Valid
And
move.
if you want to be operational sooner, focusing on NFTs was a great business strategy. But obviously, XAYA is more of a long-term thinking kind of project. They're going straight for the end goal, basically, right away.
Yeah, they've already got 4 projects going. Looks
Yeah,
like.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Treat Fighter. It's like
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Treat
That
Fighter.
sounds
It
kind of
looks
cool.
like Oh god, I gotta click on that. Treat Fighter. I appreciate that at so many levels. So it's fighting candy on the blockchain. I feel like someone thought of the name Treat Fighter and was like, you know what, we have to make this. It's too good.
Nice.
The Chronicles
Yeah,
of Candydom.
I need to try that game now too. Almost forgot about that. Uh, and the sports game, I'm not really into soccer personally, but I know a lot of people are into all manner of sports manager
Yeah, and
games.
soccer's the biggest, or like football for the rest of the world is the biggest sport in the world. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, just because you just need a ball and a field and you can play, right?
yeah. Anyway, we're probably going to start pushing more content about XAYA soon. I'm going to write a cool blog article and put that on our website. Just a reminder, anyone out there, if you have a blog article that you want to spread further and get more publicity and views on, you're welcome to contribute it to our blog as well. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm happy to have these guys on board. They're actually doing cool things because, like, the main thing I always complain about is too much NFT stuff, and they're already bringing back concepts from HunterCoin like human mining, and then like bringing in the, I guess, just state channels, but calling them game channels, which makes sense, I guess, right? So like they're bringing in like actual new tech, and they're designing around blockchain principles, designing their games around what should be on a blockchain, not what they can put a blockchain on top of. So yeah, really happy to have these guys on board.
yeah. Moving on, here's a really cool news piece from the U.S., which is from the regulators. You know, like normally we hate on the SEC, obviously,
Obviously.
but recently they made a move that was really promising for blockchain gaming, which was to permit this project called Pocketful of Quarters to sell their quarters tokens. Basically, they're not treating them as a security, which is great. And, you know, it sets some precedents. Like, you know, a lot of blockchain gaming tokens are basically utility tokens. You use their token to play the game. And utility tokens don't want to be treated as securities. Our end goal is, you know, hopefully we get them so that non-accredited investors can trade them freely on open internet platforms. And that appears to be maybe allowed sometimes. In this case, quarters are a stable coin. I think they're worth a quarter.
I hope so. I really hope so.
But what that means though is that you cannot really speculate on price movements of their coin. And that gave them a powerful argument that they're more of a utility token and not a security. So if you want to try to go that route, you could try and replicate that if you want to stay in the US anyway. You know, most of the action seems to be in Europe. People register in Malta or wherever, but, you know, if you want to... Yeah, wherever, but you can't reach American investors that way, at least not without them risking getting in trouble with their home jurisdiction. So that's good news.
So on this note, this Pocketful of Quarters, right? I'm just looking at this Twitter. They say there is a 12-year-old CEO.
Really?
What?
He's 12?
Well, okay.
Is there a picture of him?
Yeah. Go on Twitter. Go on Twitter.
Twitter for... Oh my god. This can't be real. Twitter for... What's it called? Pocketful of Quarters?
Yeah, Pocketful of Quarters. The handle is by quarters.
Yeah, at by quarters. Oh, the 12-year-old CEO. You're right.
Okay,
Well,
that's great.
So this guy outsmarted the SEC is what we're trying to get at. Oh my God,
so easy a 12-year-old could do it. I
it's
mean,
it's on the blockchain.
what?
Blockchain's so easy a 12-year-old.
What are we doing, guys?
This is our
Well,
industry. Remember that, okay? This is our industry. This is what we all signed up for. This is what we've been dedicating our life to for years. And this 12-year-old kid can come and get an approval letter from the SEC. Oh man, that's and he'll have the #1 stablecoin, because why would you use Tether when you can use an SEC approved quarter?
yeah. Well, I guess quarter has the feeling of an arcade. Brings us back to putting quarters in arcade
Yeah.
machines. But yeah, that is interesting.
That's
So-
too funny.
Huh. But anyway, it's a good precedent to have, especially for anyone with a project in blockchain gaming, especially with a tokenized project like this. Another cool news bit, Metamask going mobile.
Finally.
Yeah, this is good for me, and especially with a game like Chibi Fighters that I've been playing. When I moved to, when we had a meetup where I showed off games at our show and tell, I had to have my MetaMask at home, and I had to move it also to the computer at D-Control, and I could never play on my phone before. I didn't try.
Yeah, that's the issues I've had with all my MetaMasks on different machines and stuff.
So now I can play Chibi on the go, which is great because I commute a lot. It's a long bus and train ride to and from downtown for me. So now I can blockchain game.
Awesome. I gotta just quickly call out this website I found. It just had the word browlets for browser wallets. I'm gonna be like, don't ever say that.
What?
They're like, MetaMask isn't alone and recognize the importance of browser wallets, and then in brackets, browlets, if you will. I'm like, no.
No.
No. I've never heard that.
We're not making it a thing. It's like everyone taking the HODL thing and renaming their companies with misspelled DL words.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry, that stuck out to me. I was like, browlet.
They're not going to make that cool. Sorry.
Yeah, because I've even had trouble. I think Trust Wallet's probably the go-to one. Binance ended up buying them out, but Trust Wallet's probably the go-to browser wallet, and it loads most things pretty well. But even that, having a wallet built into or browser built into a wallet, is I feel like a stepping stone on the way till when wallets just come with your browser. You know what I mean? Because these are wallet first, and they just have the built-in browser. But for something like Ethereum or and these other similar platforms, you really need the browser's the standard part, and the wallet should be Yeah, I wish they could attach it to my standard web browser, right? The MetaMask mobile would be attached to whatever browser I used, would be really nice. But I guess that's just not the way it's going to work.
So, but then you mean, for example, the Brave browser. So it comes with the Brave coin, right? And it's basically
Yeah, that's got to have an internal ETH wallet, right? I don't know how Brave works. It's a little weird because it's KYC and advertising and stuff.
But we should look out for Decenter because they are doing that. They are forking Brave and getting rid of Brave coin and putting Bitcoin in it. So I think that will be a really nice one.
Yeah. Shout out to the freaking Gab people. They're all too funny, man. It's they're super dicks, and it's oh, I guess we have to Gab now. They said they're gonna go on a mission of forking open source software and taking the shitcoins out and putting Bitcoin in, which is a pretty hilarious thing to do.
Yeah.
They're it's open source, right? Let's just add a Bitcoin wallet.
Free market.
yeah, it's a free market. It's they're just being aggressive about it. But yeah, anyways, MetaMask coming to mobile is huge because they're probably the biggest Ethereum wallet, I would say. People keep
the most convenient,
funds
even I would say.
Yeah, I was a little surprised when I first started using Ethereum and finally decided to give it a try that the #1 wallet was a browser add-on. Because coming from Bitcoin originally, you're that just is scary.
Yeah, it feels weird.
It's scary, man. Why would you? What do you mean? Everyone uses a browser add-on to use this currency? That's insane.
But it's convenient for blockchain gaming because of all the web-based.
It's required. Yeah, imagine playing from from your ledger and having to like put in your PIN and stuff.
Yeah. Signing transactions and all those things, I think.
Yeah,
Works really well.
Yeah, it's smooth, right? It's pretty
Mhm.
smooth. Yeah, so go Metamask. I'm surprised they didn't do that way sooner. Like,
Yeah.
way sooner.
In other news, Dapper Labs making an NBA game. That's kind of neat. I mean,
Is
getting
it, yeah,
NBA.
collectibles. Okay.
Yeah, well, it means more mainstream involvement. I mean, the NBA obviously is not a small thing, and it's kind of where it's not part of nerd culture anymore. A lot of people love the NBA, and it means we have a chance to push the NFT concept really further into the mainstream with this. If they're going to make it collectibles like that. So it's great news, and it's a great win for Dapper Labs, which is the CryptoKitties folks, who are also around Vancouver. I don't know if I'll play the game much myself. Like I said, I'm not personally much into sports games, but it's easy to recognize the star power here.
Yeah,
like
it seems
potential.
mostly collectible based. I know there's a baseball one, MLB Crypto Baseball or something like that, that's been around for like a couple baseball seasons. I know there is a baseball collectibles one, so they probably pointed at that and they're like, look, baseball collectibles, you should have
Oh,
them.
maybe.
Yeah, and this one, it's interesting though. They look like they're not just doing like player cards. It's going to be like in-season moments and stuff. So like a specific like 3-point shot or some dude's rowdy dunk that won the game. So instead of owning like a player card, you'll own like a point in time when something happened.
Yeah, something like that. I remember seeing that game around, but I never looked much into it.
Yeah, once I saw it was collectibles, it was like a sport. You know, it's like two things. Although I don't hate on collectibles too much, but like a sport is like, all right, I'm not gonna throw ETH at this thing or trade these random things around.
Yeah, well, sports games are, I guess, an easy one to do because traditionally, even before video games, sports were highly prone to collectibles, like there's so many baseball cards and stuff like that. So it's kind of like Pogs, like that's a story of a collectible item that's been around for decades that people way older than us probably know about.
Yeah, and everyone has the familiarity with it.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, another cool news item. Scullies. I just like pirate games. I don't know. I'm into the time period area, and I think they have a cool sense of humor. You get and I used to play this game, Sid Meier's Pirates. I don't know if you've heard of that, but anyway, it's a piracy game on the blockchain. It's pretty much, so you. Yeah, I guess you can get a letter of marque, which is typical. Like you need that would let you pillage and plunder for using the terminology of the time period. And in the game, it looks like they're tokenizing land, like and different times of things. Now I need
Yeah,
to.
it looks like it's a like a geolocation game. in some
Oh,
way.
yeah. Like real land kind of.
Yeah, mark your spot and raise your colors.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess I could bury treasure somewhere, like in the woods by my house.
Oh, that's cool.
But then someone would find it. I don't want anyone to find my treasure.
No, I think you gotta like raise your flag above your house and like
Defend it.
defend it. Yeah.
Huh.
Like those Pokemon Go, right? You have those gyms and something in different places,
Oh
and
yeah.
they defend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Pokemon.
Huh. Well, it might be fun.
I have caught more Pokemon.
Okay, let's make a crew, guys. We gotta
Let's
make a
pirate
crew.
crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
do we
down.
have to be in the same area?
I don't think so.
Oh, this is digital era, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, with geolocation, I mean,
Yeah.
like
Alright, I see.
Pokemon Go is played locally.
Or maybe even only get one.
We can have an global crew,
But yeah, it looks like they're still very early on in their project, and it said they might be hiring or they're looking for marketers and stuff like that. As a message I found
Interesting.
out in our
Yeah.
Facebook group, ambassadors, people like that who want to join the project and earn some tokens in the process. You can just go to their website if you want to find out more. In other news, there's been a lot of giveaways going on. Like in the last month, I counted like at least five. A lot of them are recurring from CryptoWars and egamers. They've been doing these tournaments and giveaways on the regular, where egamers and CryptoWars both would let you sponsor a tournament or a giveaway of some kind, and various blockchain gaming projects have participated, including XAYA, actually. You can see a list, like in one, egamers is hosting giveaway wars,
Yeah,
which is basically what it sounds like, encouraging the game projects to all give away as much as they can, and I guess whoever gives away the most wins the giveaway war. You can see the full list of them if you go to the
Yeah,
URL.
I got it up right now. That's pretty cool.
And check it out.
Yeah, so they basically been partnering with a bunch of different games to just get NFTs out there and get items in people's hands and get people playing around. Yeah, 9 Lives. I've never heard of some of these. Yeah, the 6 Dragons. I've never heard of that one.
Now you have, because
Yeah.
they participated in giveaway
It
wars.
literally works. It literally works.
It literally worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so Loom also sponsored one of the CryptoWars tournaments. So that's like, it's a browser blockchain game, and in their testing period, they have one game go on for a short period and see who can get to the top first, and that person wins. And last one was sponsored by Loom, and MakerDAO sponsored one too, if I recall correctly. But anyone can just hit them up if you're looking for cool stuff to sponsor.
And honestly,
it's
CryptoWars
if-
is kind of fun. If you want to just enter, you should try it out. It's like an actual playable blockchain game that uses
I did
blockchain.
actually, yeah, I checked it out a little bit.
I'm glad I never got super into it, because if I knew when a tournament was starting and I only had 48 hours, I'd be like, okay, sit there with my spreadsheet and be like, how do I win this thing? I don't have time for that right now, but I am very tempted.
And AlterVerse has also been giving stuff away on the regular. Most recently, Armor.
Ooh.
But if you participate, or you can just follow their tweets and their Facebook posts. They're constantly updating everyone with their latest giveaway. But
Yeah, it seems the only thing you gotta do is just basically make an account with them and, send them an email and they'll send you something cool.
yeah, so just remember, all of these giveaways were posted to our Facebook group. So that is definitely a good way to find freebies and giveaways and stuff like that. Just sometimes in our subreddit as well. And just keep following. Another cool piece of news, Axie Infinity, which is honestly a game I haven't looked into enough, but I've heard about a lot. But it's interesting that they've partnered with, well, not with Kakao directly, but Kakao, and for those not familiar, is Korean social media platform. And it's their biggest, so it's, everyone who talks to each other in Korea is using it. They have Kakao Talk and Kakao Story, which are kind of like WhatsApp and Facebook-ish, respectively. And they have their own coin blockchain project that they've been tinkering with experimentally. So Axie Infinity has made themselves part of Kakao's blockchain project, or partnered with it. And their obvious goal here is to reach the Korean market, which is known kind of stereotypically for its video games,
Yeah.
tournaments, and just activity there in general. So this is obviously a goal to capitalize on the Korean game market through Kakao's wide social media reach, which would be great for them. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah, Korea literally pushed pro gaming into made it into a thing before most people even thought about it. They were already having huge tournaments in Korea.
StarCraft.
I have watched so much StarCraft in my life. It's kind of insane. Yeah, before it was even in English, I remember like I found some random website to bet on Korean StarCraft games, and I'd have to like stay up till like stupid o'clock in the morning on work nights. Like, no, this is important.
This is important.
Yeah. It's like it's like that whole betting, sports betting stuff. Like that I never would be into because I don't watch sports. So I was like, hey, now I can try out sports betting. I got some dope StarCraft games.
Yeah, should be exciting. But yeah, that's most of the news. Next broadcast will be September 6th with our TAP project guests, and we're gonna have to figure out this YouTube thing again.
Yeah, it's not that bad to stream from a single location. It's just getting this one set up because we're in multi-locations. We'll just do a bit of prep. Next time it'll be much smoother. And for ones at the space, for ones we do at the hack space, it's not that bad because we're just streaming from that room to the internet versus streaming, something from the computer, something from the room, the audio from elsewhere. It's all from one place, so it's not nearly as bad to set up. This caught me off guard, and I've had to deal with random stuff like that in the past with YouTube, where they're just like, "Hey, things are different now."
Yeah.
It's like, what did
now you can't.
Yeah, it's like, what did you replace this feature with? They're like, "Oh, we didn't replace that feature. We just removed it." Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Why you gotta be like that?
Well, anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you all on September 6th, around 7:30 p.m. Vancouver time.
All right. Thank you guys, as usual. Make sure to join the forum at blockchaingaming.com. Follow us on Twitter, Blockchain Games.
And Reddit, subreddit.
Oh, and Blockchain Gaming subreddit.
Yeah, our Blockchain Games.
Our Blockchain
Gaming.
Which one?
Anyway, we'll see you guys later.
All right, everybody. I'm going to stop the stream now. So, signing out. Have a good one. See you, everybody.